Brixton 1785 looking up Brixton Hill. In the foreground, a hedged ditch-lined road wide enough for wagons. On your left, a couple of Georgian villas with walled gardens and carriage gates. On your right, open meadow with a silver thread of the Effra running north. At top of hill in distance, dark wooded ridge of Norwood Common, the Great North Wood. This is what a traveller in 1785 would have seen looking up Brixton Hill. You trudge the hill, cursing your high-heeled leather shoes adorned with large buckles. Zounds, these damned heels bite worse than a bailiff. You might say as the road rises along a gravel ridge, edged with hedges and deep ditches. On the west side, neat new Georgian villas stood back behind brick walls and orchards. On the east side, meadows sloped to the open river Effra. And at the crest of the hill, Norwood's wooded heights closed the view. Brixton Hill Causeway, 1780. The old causeway south, once a lonely track, now saw more carriages than hay carts. You've removed the shoes, tights, and are barefoot. Up Brixton Hill rose houses of the gentry. The Thrale family, brewers of Suffolk, kept an estate here. Nearby stood villas of city men like John Dixon and Richard Estcourt. Gardens walled against the fields, yet open views across to Brixton's wide commons still rang with fairs and cricket matches. But the gentry were enclosing fields, laying out neat rows of trees. The village was shifting from rustic hamlet to suburban retreat, Acre Lane to Clapham. To the west, Acre Lane led to Clapham. That common was already ringed with dissenting merchants, families like the Thorntons and Wilberforces, who made Clapham famous. John Thornton was a wealthy merchant who married his daughter Sarah to William Wilberforce, Sr. Her son, the abolitionist William Wilberforce, was closely connected to the prominent Thornton family, including Henry Thornton, with whom he lived, and the wider Clapham sect. The lane itself was still green and hedged, but its traffic was gentrified, coaches heading to drawing rooms rather than drovers with cattle. Cold Harbour Lane to Camberwell East along Cold Harbour Lane, once a marsh road, villas were appearing too. The Effra's side channels were being bridged and drained, but in winter the hollows still flooded. By the 1780s, estates like the Russells' house at Cold Harbour anchored the road towards Camberwell. The River Effra still ran open, a winding stream powering mills and watering cattle. From Brixton through Herne Hill, it was still a feature of the landscape, though 17th century developers already muttered about culverts and improvement. Follow for Brixton 1780s Part 2.